Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits, and I think I have the heat turned up a little too high today. Finally got around to that point of the year where you start using the heater, especially in the mornings. The mornings here in Central Texas can be a bit chilly, and so you have to turn your heater on in the mornings, and then sometimes you have to turn the air conditioner on later in the afternoon. It's how it is. Some other countries out there like the UK, they might understand that a little bit more. So here we are with the full review of the famous Grouse Ruby Cask, which is a blended Scotch whiskey that is finished in port casks. It is 40% alcohol by volume, comes in at 750. There's a look at the back there for you. Now this is the finished version of the famous Grouse, where they take the original famous Grouse Scotch and they finish it in port casks. So this was originally, Famous Grouse was originally started in 1896, if you're interested in that information. It does not say exactly how long that it is finished, but they do have standards for how long something has to be finished. Some places it could be finished for a minute, 60 seconds, and then that's good enough for the legalities. So we're going to go on with the show. So we're going to get a pour on. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. Come on in. Get relaxed, enjoy the show. For all my returning viewers, you know how we do. Come on, let's do it. So here we are. We got a relatively light, but what it is it's kind of more of a darker in the burgundy as opposed to the goldish color you get from most whiskeys and scotches. You did it again. Mr. Randy's whiskey color scale. We're going to get it off screen, and we're going to try and nail this down. It's not going to be easy. Probably go with the burnt amber to the copper. We might have to like rip through this whole thing because he's being a little butthole right now. That's why you're on the other side of the door. Yeah. So yeah, I paid I paid less than $20 out the door because I do believe this is being discontinued, or at least not being stocked on shelves in my area. So regularly, as I see it on the internet, in most places, this runs up to $35 to $40 regular cost, which is kind of weird, but it is kind of nice. It is a finish. The original expression of the famous Grouse runs you about 20-ish, a little bit between $20 and $23 on average. As I said, this is being discontinued, so there's like literally just one case in my area, and it's got 9 bottles left. I think the case comes in 10, I guess. I don't know for sure, but there was 10. I bought one, so now there's 9. I was told if I liked it, at least I know there was 9 more left. It was very difficult to find this bottle. The story behind that is that it is in somebody's inventory. It's only in one store's inventory, and they claim they have it, but nobody seemed to be able to find it. Well, the guy, the operator of this store, I guess bought it or had it allocated to his store. I guess when it arrived, it didn't arrive when he was on duty, so whoever it was didn't know what to do with it because it wasn't apparently a part of their original skins or loadouts, so they just kind of stacked it off to the corner, and it became a pedestal. Lots of other things got stacked on top of it, and there it disappeared. So on the nose, you're going to get all that richness predominantly from the wine. There's going to be more of that port wine than you're going to get of the Scotch. The spiciness of the Scotch is going to be sort of behind that port. So, but it's not too, I don't want to say it's not too blended, but it's almost not separated. You get more of the port first, then the Scotch follows. So let's get it on the palate. It's very soft, very mellow. I'm getting sweet, dried fruits, caramel, some kind of citrusy like orange. And they say like toffee. I don't know if I get toffee, but okay, I'll try it one more. Yeah, I definitely get the dried fruits, the caramel, even some of the orange, but I don't think I'm getting any toffee. A little bit of spice. Oh, so nice. I do enjoy a good port. I really, really do enjoy a good port. The thing about port is if it's cheap, then it's horrible. And if it's okay, if it's good, it's a whole lot better. So when it comes to port, there's a very thin line where it's good or it's definitely not good. Unlike sherry, sherry can have a little bit more play and whether it's good, okay, bad, worse, absolutely not drinking it. But I enjoy a good port better than I average sherry. So let's go and get a finish on this, shall we? Get that out of my way. Put my hand down real quick. Mmm. Mmm. That is. Well, I mean, there's a little bit more left. Leave no drop behind. Getting some decent viscosity, and it does transfer relatively well. It's got that very rich sweetness, not high-end sweetness, but like a low-end sweet, like the caramel. It's well balanced as far as it comes to that orange, the dry fruit, the caramel. The finish isn't anything extraordinary, but it's good, and it's moderately lasting. Nothing's going to come intensity at first, and it doesn't ever come up. It just sort of rides smoothly all the way through. You get a little bit of warmth pretty much in the entirety of the mouth. A little bit of warmth sits up on the back end. It's very nice. It's very delicious. I absolutely love a good port. I'd like to know which port that they use these casks from. That would be very interesting. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of information can be scrubbed from the internet for this bottle. It's very unfortunate. I actually like it. Oh yes, dark copper. I do remember now that the website called it a dark copper. That's not even close to a regular copper, at least not on my scale. No, I wouldn't say that's a dark copper, but it's, yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you want to. There it is. So let's get a score on it. So the finish is dissipating right now. My score on this is going to be a solid 3 out of 5. Solid 3 out of 5. The caveats to that are going to hold it down, hold it back, are going to be the fact that this is a discontinued series, at least as far as I'm concerned in my area. There is 9 more bottles left at less than $20 a bottle. I might pick one up at least just to keep in my stash. Maybe a reminiscent day may come when I would like to have another one. Getting this shipped in would definitely cost more than it's worth. It's 40%. I would like to have maybe seen a little bit more strength on it. That would have been better. But I understand they used the original famous Grouse expression to make this, so they didn't go any further on that end. There are more expressions to the famous Grouse line, which include a black Grouse, a cask strength, I do believe, or something a little bit stronger. But of the original expression, they have a few different ones. They also have a sherry finish. And then I think there's one more. I think there's like 6 or 7 at least that's available in the state side. So my fair price with this would be kind of a difficult thing to do because, like I said, I could probably pick up 9 more bottles at less than $20 a piece, or I can probably pay $50 to $60 to have one of these shipped from overseas or somewhere else in the nation. My fair price for this bottle, based on what it is, I would probably say $25 to $30 seems about nice. I'd be even to go as far as to say, yeah, that average of $35 might be nice if I could pick it up locally. Adding all those shipping and handling taxes onto it to get it to me from somewhere else would definitely push it way over the line of acceptability. So would I buy this again? I am definitely thinking about buying one more of these just because of the availability and that it's running out, especially in my area, maybe in the whole state of Texas. If you know anything about this, go ahead and let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. You have a good one.